So let's talk about Transformers Dark of the Moon and how Sam Witwicky got himself a new gal. This is Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Noel, better known to as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a review of the 2011 sci-fi action flick Transformers Dark of the Moon, released by Paramount, and Paramount along with Hasbro and the Bonaventura Pictures. Once again directed by Michael Bay, starring Shia LeBeouf, along with Josh Duhamel, John Turturro, and Tyrese Gibson. Plus Francis McDormand, John Malkovich, Julie White, Kevin Dunn, Patrick Dempsey, and Rosie Huntington-Whiteley. This is set 2 years after the previous film, and it shows the final days of the war between Autobots and Decepticons as they battle to possess powerful technology abandoned on the moon in order to restore Cybertron on Earth. Now, I will say that it received, unlike the last film, it got mixed reviews and was considered a slight improvement over the previous film. But I'll get to that in a little bit. But first of all, if you haven't seen my reviews of the first two Transformers live-action films, click on that card. It'll take you to the playlist, so you can catch those two in case you might have missed them, or if you want to see them again. Okay, that'll do. Alright, now then, on with the story. In 1961, the Ark, a Cybertronian spacecraft carrying an invention capable of ending the war between Autobots and Decepticons, crash lands on the dark side of Earth's moon and is detected by NASA. President John F. Kennedy authorizes a mission to put a man on the moon as a cover for investigating the spacecraft in 1969. The crew of Apollo 11 lands on the moon and secretly inspect the Ark before heading home. Their orders are to keep the details of this mission secret. In the present day, 2 years after Egypt, the Autobots assist humanity in preventing major conflicts. During a mission to the site of the 1986 Chernobyl nuclear disaster in Ukraine to investigate suspected alien technology, the Autobots are attacked by the Decepticon scientist Shockwave and his giant worm driller. After the two escape, Optimus Prime discovers that the technology is a fuel cell from the Ark, thought to have been lost after escaping Cybertron. The Autobots travel to the moon and discover Sentinel Prime, the Autobots' leader before Optimus. In a comatose state, along with 5 pillars he created as a means of establishing a space bridge, a wormhole able to teleport matter between 2 points. On Earth, Optimus uses the energy of the Matrix of Leadership to revive Sentinel. Meanwhile, Sam Witwicky lives with his new girlfriend, Carly Spencer, but is unable to work with the Autobots. At his new job, co-worker Jerry Wang gives him information about the Ark before being assassinated by the Decepticon Laserbeak. It turns out that the Decepticons are murdering people connected to the American and Soviet space missions to the Ark. Sam contacts Seymour Simmons, and they locate 2 surviving cosmonauts who reveal photos of hundreds of pillars being stockpiled on the moon. Apparently, the Decepticons raided the Ark long before the Apollo 11 mission and intentionally left Sentinel and the 5 pillars for the Autobots to find, knowing that Sentinel is the key to activating the pillars. Meanwhile, Sam and the Autobots return Sentinel to their base. However, he betrays them by revealing that he made a deal with Megatron to ensure Cybertron's survival before killing Ironhide. Sentinel uses the pillars to transport hundreds of concealed Decepticons from the moon to the Earth. Dylan Gould, Carly's boss, is revealed to be working with them. With the help of Soundwave, he captures Carly. At the demand of the Decepticons, the Autobots are exiled from Earth. However, as their ship leaves Earth, it is destroyed by Starscream, seemingly killing them. The Decepticons invade Chicago while placing pillars around the world to begin transporting their homeworld Cybertron to the solar system. They want to use Earth's resources to rebuild their world, enslaving humanity in the process. Sam teams up with former Nest soldier Robert Epps to go into Chicago to save Carly and arrest Dylan. However, they are nearly killed by the Decepticons before the Autobots intervene. It turns out that the Autobots fake their death to gain an advantage over the Decepticons. Sam, along with Nest teams and Navy SEALs, rescue Carly and begin fighting out the Decepticons. Now for the ending. As always, you know the procedure. 5 seconds to stop this video. Go to the description box below. And as I count down, if you've seen the movie already, please continue. Okay, you've been warned. During the battle, Kay is executed and Bumblebee kills Soundwave while Optimus fights Sentinel. Many other Decepticons, including Laserbeak and Starscream, are killed by Sam, while the Driller and Shockwave are killed by Optimus. Sam fights Dylan, knocks him into the pillar, electrocuting and killing him. Bumblebee destroys the controller pillar, permanently disabling the bridge and causing the partially transported Cybertron to implode. Meanwhile, Carly convinces Megatron that he will be replaced by Sentinel as the leader of the Decepticons. While fighting, Sentinel is about to kill Optimus, but is incapacitated by Megatron, who is determined to regain his leadership. Megatron then offers a truce, but Optimus turns him down and decapitates him. Sentinel tries to explain his actions to Optimus, but is executed by him for betraying his own teachings. Carly and Sam are reunited, and the Autobots remain on Earth as their permanent home. End of story. So what did I think of Transformers Dark of the Moon? Well, I thought it was pretty good in what have you. This is, in a way, a guilty pleasure. I've seen it a few times. Anyway, this film was released in June of 2011. It premiered at the Moscow International Film Festival on June 23rd before hitting theaters in the US the following week on June 29th. Anyway, now unlike the previous film, Revenge of the Fallen, excuse me. I got that mixed up with the new one. Sorry. Revenge of the Fallen. It received mixed reviews, though it was considered a slight improvement over the previous film and was praised for the score, which was once again done by Steve Jablonsky, as well as the visual effects, cast, and voice performance, and use of its 3D. It was criticized for its screenplay and runtime. The runtime is slightly over 2.5 hours at 154 minutes. Yeah, well, it was okay at that time, but I think it could just use a tiny bit of trimming and what have you with the runtime. The story was fine and what have you. Not great, but alright though. Now, as for our cast, Shia LeBeouf appears as Sam Witwicky one last time, unfortunately. We don't see him anymore, but he still does a pretty good job. Josh Duhamel returns as Colonel William Lennox. He's still pretty good. John Turturro plays Seymour Simmons again, and Tyrese Gibson plays Robert Epps. Now, as for our others, we have I failed to bring these two up in my last couple of films. We have Kevin Dunn and Julie White once again playing Sam's father and mother, Ron and Judy. Now, as for our other cast members, we have John Malkovich as Bruce Brazos, Sam's employer, which I thought he was pretty good. Frances McDormand plays Charlotte Mearing, the Director of National Intelligence. And Patrick Dempsey played Dylan Gould, who of course is a wealthy car collector and Carly's employer. We're secretly working with the Decepticons, but you know now, right? And he was pretty good too. And speaking of Carly, that's kind of one of my big surprises and what have you. Despite Megan Fox wasn't back, we got this gal, the character of Carly Spencer in here, and she's played by international Victoria's Secret model Rosie Huntington-Whiteley, whom actually before this was actually chosen as the top gal on Maxim's Hot 100 list. And then right about the time the movie came out, she appeared on the cover of Maxim, which I happen to have that issue, by the way. Yeah. If you haven't seen it yet, try and look it up. It's pretty hot. Definitely. Now, as for our voice acting cast, Peter Cullen once again returns as Optimus Prime, while Hugo Weaving once again plays Megatron again. Voicing Sentinel Prime is Leonard Nimoy. Yes, the late great Leonard Nimoy of Star Trek fame, Mr. Spock. Which, if you watch closely, you'll see a clip from an actual Star Trek episode in the film. He had previously voiced Galvatron in Transformers the movie, the 1986 animated film, which I have yet to review, but I'll try and review that if I get a chance to rewatch that. Our other voice cast, Jess Harnell once again voices Ironhide. Charlie Adler once again voices Starscream. Robert Foxworth once again voices Ratchet. We have James Remar now taking the role of Sideswipe. And let's see, Francesco Quinn, well, one of his final roles before his death shortly after the film's release, voicing Daniel Mirage. Oh, no, it could be Dino Mirage. Let's see here. And we have Tom Kenny voicing Wheelie and Reno Wilson as Brains, the two little former Decepticon drones, who are now turned Autobots and what have you. Well, Wheelie turned Autobot in the last film, and Brains as well, you know. While despite not doing Megatron again, Frank Welker once again does Shockwave and Soundwave. And there's lots of other voices in Wavy, so I'm really happy they brought some good ones in here. And once again, the score from Steve Jablonsky once again does the score for this. He had also collaborated on another Michael Bay film, and that was The Island, which that's a film I have yet to see. I've been thinking about seeing it, but I haven't, since that film didn't do so well. And anyway, and we have some more songs, including the lead single for the film, Iridescent, once again done by Linkin Park, which of course makes it their third time after What I've Done was used in the first film and New Divide was used in the previous film. There's two other singles that include Monster by the band Paramore and All That You Are by the Goo Goo Dolls. So anyway, so you know the music was pretty good too. When it was released, the film actually managed to make over $1 billion worldwide, making it the second Paramount film to do that since Titanic. So it actually did so well, so it opened pretty darn big. Currently, the film sets at Ryan, though, but however, at, alright, 35%. Since the reviews were mixed and what have you. According to them, they say its special effects and 3D shots are undeniably impressive, but they aren't enough to fill up its loud, bloated runtime or mask its thin, indifferent script. Again, I'm going to say the story was fine and all and okay, but I think the runtime again could just use a wee bit of trimming. Well, and Roger Ebert and Richard Roeper were not impressed with the film. Anyway, and Peter Travers of Rolling Stone gave the film a big 0, just like the last film. And several critics felt that LeBeouf and Whiteley's performances were ineffective. Well, now, I kind of disagree. And she wasn't, well, in ways. Because I kind of liked Rosie Huntington-Whiteley. After seeing her in Maxim, I thought she's going to look pretty hot. And as a matter of fact, she was. Well, she may not be no Megan Fox, but nevertheless, that doesn't mean that she had to be good and hot in Whiteley. She was also nominated for Worst Supporting Actress, but lost to David Spade for Jack and Jill. Yeah, I think I forgot David Spade kind of well dressed like a gal and what have you in that film. But let's not get on to that subject. But nevertheless, even though for just about a whole load of these Razzies, but they didn't. But the film didn't win any of them, so they went home empty-handed at the Razzies. But even so, I thought the film was still good and what have you. Maybe not. Well, I consider it to be good in ways, but not 110%. So I'm 50-50 on this. So with everything said about the film, would I recommend it? Well, like I said with the first film and the second film, well, I would say only if you are a hardcore completionist and to be on the safe side, I'd say give it a one-time watch. That's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to go avoid it. I'm just going to go with give it a one-time watch and see what you think. And if you don't like it, then just don't watch it again. But that's not going to mean avoid it, okay? Again, give it a one-time watch. So what did you think of Transformers Dark of the Moon? Let me know in the comment section below. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Join me next time when I bring to you a review of the fourth film of the Transformers series, Age of Extinction. So I hope you enjoyed this, and if you did, consider checking out my reviews of the two G.I. Joe live action films. In the upper left hand corner is my review of Rise of Cobra. The upper right hand corner is my review of Retaliation. Or if you would like something else, go to the bottom left hand corner and see my spoiler free review of the recent Fast and the Furious sequel, Fast X. And the bottom right hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe if you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc. Then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.